When used responsibly, credit cards can have many benefits. They allow you to build and grow your credit score, receive rewards like points, cashback, and miles, provide buyer and fraud protections, and in some cases, extended warranties. A review of National Credit Report data shows that Americans have an average of 3 credit cards, and they carry an average balance of about $5,900. A card for groceries, one for travel, and another for dining out. And that's challenging enough for most people, considering the average amount of credit card debt the average American is struggling to pay off. But what about when you have 10 or even 20 cards?
I currently have 21 active credit cards.
I have 19 credit cards.
I currently have about 10 credit cards.
Having many credit cards might sound like a bad idea, especially if you tend to overspend, rack up fees, and miss payments. But I spoke to a few people that say it's all worth it. So how do they do it without damaging their credit? What are their fees? And ultimately, does having 10 or more credit cards pay off for them? So what do you hope to get out of those cards? Why that many?
My mindset, especially while traveling, was that if I was going to be spending my money in these different places while traveling, I wanted to get different types of value out of it, whether that be cash back, different points.
I enjoy doing credit card churning, so I like to get credit cards that have cash back bonuses after a certain spend amount, because that helps me reach my financial goals and just makes grocery spending just a little bit more affordable.
So let's talk about the types of cards you have. Give me a breakdown of what you have in your wallet and why you decided to choose those.
I have probably 6 or 7 that are connected with a credit card currency, such as American Express or Chase. They're not affiliated with a specific airline or a specific hotel program. So by definition, they give you more flexibility in terms of earning, but then most importantly, using those points. I would say I then have 5 or 6 cards that are connected with a particular airline or a particular hotel loyalty program. And then the remainder of my wallet are kind of multi-purpose mixed-use credit cards.
Most of the credit cards have very similar categories. 2% on groceries, 3% on gas. So whenever I'm getting a new credit card, it's typically for that sign-up bonus.
I have one store-specific credit card. I have one points-based credit card, and then the rest are all cashback credit cards.
So if you have that many cards, you are paying annual fees, right? So what is your return on investment, and how do you make paying those fees work?
I have one card with an annual fee, and I pay $89 a year. Each year, I would say I get about $500 to $1,000 in value. I kind of pick a card, work with it, use that card for a while, and then switch, but I don't close them.
My entire credit card churning process is getting credit cards that have no monthly fees. I don't really use all 19 of my credit cards, but for my typical day-to-day spendings, I have a few credit cards. And then when I'm trying to churn a credit card, my goal is to use it on something that I know I'm going to be purchasing. So if I have a big purchase coming up, I'll get a credit card for that. For example, I'll be getting a new iPhone. So I've already gone and gotten 2 credit cards out for that purchase. I've gotten cards that have 1,000 spend, get 200 back.
I am incurring about $3,800 in annual fees across the 21 cards that I have open. And I estimate that I would get easily $10,000 worth of rewards every single year just by having these cards and using them very strategically. The rewards really go into 2 buckets. So the first would be the points or miles that I'm earning just on my everyday spending. Then the other bucket are the ongoing rewards that are provided on these cards.
So I imagine if you carry that many cards, there has to be some sort of organization at play. How do you keep track of having that many?
I keep a running ledger where I have the estimated payment dates for every single one of my credit cards. And I generally project this out anywhere from 4 to 5 months in advance. So this makes sure that based on my typical spending, I'm not going beyond my means, that I'm still taking in more than I'm actually spending when I'm paying these credit card bills.
I have an application in my phone that operates kind of like a calendar with reminders. What I do is I go in and I'll set specific reminders so that I know each month when I need to pay off certain cards. I've never, ever missed a payment. That's how I keep track of it, because honestly, it can be very overwhelming.
I don't really spend a lot of money, and I pay off my credit cards right away, so I don't really ever keep track of how much I spend on a monthly basis. I just pay off as soon as the charge comes in.
However you manage it, it's critical to make sure that you are paying those bills in full and on time so that you don't rack up any of those interest charges or any of those late payment fees that can cancel out the rewards you're earning or have a real negative impact on your credit score.